welcome back to 7th grade math support. Again, my name is Dr. Griggs, and these will be our topics for this school year. The second topic that we're working on is the number system. For this particular topic, we have a total of 9 objectives. So we're working on the one for December 28th. That objective is understand subtraction of rational numbers as adding the additive inverse. For example, p minus q equals p plus a negative q. Show that the distance between two rational numbers on the number line is the absolute value of their difference, and apply this principle in real-world contexts. So let's check this out in a problem. Our real-world problem is pizza points on a number line. A local pizza shop runs a rewards program. Customers can earn or lose points based on their purchases and returns. On Monday, Sam has 7.5 points in his account. On Tuesday, a system error deducts 12.3 points from his account. Here are our questions. 1, we're going to represent the deduction of 12.3 points as adding the additive inverse. Next, we're going to write the expression using p minus q equals p plus a negative q. We're going to find Sam's new point balance, and we're going to figure out what is the distance between Sam's original balance and his new balance on the number line. And we'll explain why this distance is the absolute value of their difference. And in real-world terms, explain what this distance represents for Sam's reward account. So let's take this one step at a time. All right, for the first two, we can connect because we will be showing it as the additive inverse when we write the expression. So p minus q, so we can say what he used to have on Monday is p, and what he currently has is q, or what was deducted is q. So 7.5 minus 12.3 is equal to 7.5 plus a negative 12.3. So this can be very useful when you're adding integers, because then sometimes our brain just handles addition a little easier, and especially with negative numbers. And so we can kind of, in our mind, figure out what that would look like. And so that's why the additive inverse is incredibly helpful when we are adding and subtracting with integers. So now we need to find Sam's new point balance. Now, we can also combine these two together because we can just use the number line as well to help us to find the balance. So let's create a number line. Okay, so we'll just do negative 10, negative 10, 0, 10, 20. So this won't be exact on the number line, but we will go ahead and do the actual subtraction as well. Now, whenever we are adding numbers with opposite signs, we will subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. So in this case, because the 7.5 is positive and the 12.3 is negative, we know our answer is going to be negative because 12.3 is larger than 7.5. And we also know we're going to be subtracting because we have a positive and a negative. So those are also important to consider when we're adding, subtracting integers. So if we were to look at this, we could say 7.5 is about here. Now we're at 7.5, but we need to add a negative 12.3. So that means we need to go backwards 12.3 because negative is going to send us to the left. Now, we could go from here to 0. So that would be 7.5. And we would just need to go the rest of the way. Well, what is the rest of the way? We can do that with subtracting. So 12.3 minus 7.5. Let's go ahead and do all of our borrowing. All right, 13 minus 5 is 8. 11 minus 7 is 4. So that means we would now go an additional 4.8. We'll say that's about right here to the left. So negative 4.8 and then 7.5. We jumped backwards, negative 12.3. Now, if we think about the absolute value is going to be looking at each number as positive because it's looking at the distance from 0. Absolute value just wants to know how far away from 0 is this number. Because distance is not negative, therefore absolute value is also not negative. And so that's how we can kind of think about it when we see those absolute value bars. We know that whatever's inside of that absolute value, even if it's negative, is going to come out positive because distance can't be negative, so absolute value also cannot be negative. All right, so in real world terms, we know that he will be sitting at negative 4.8 points, which means, at least for right now, he's going to have to get 4.8 points just to get to 0, just to clear the negative balance. And then after that, he'll be able to start back accruing a positive balance on his points. I hope this was helpful for you, but if you have any additional questions or anything else that you feel like you need some assistance with, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I look forward to hearing from you, and I really hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining my tutoring session today. If you enjoy the way that I instruct and you think that I would be a useful addition to your student or to yourself, feel free to scan this QR code. It is going to take you directly to my profile page where you can get set up on weekly classes with me. Looking forward to seeing you in the classroom. Bye.